This is Coach Rich Campy, the Thinking Coach. Are you still with us? Are you still with us? We've covered now, right? We covered STOP, S-T-O-P, right? Which is what? Do you remember what it is? Strategy to optimize peace. Strategy to optimize peace. We covered the river or the creek and what happens with that, that in order to reroute that creek, that it takes some, real decisions or real choices, but the creek bed and how our brains work and how many thoughts we have. And we covered the first of the C's, right, which was around choice, remember that? And then we covered the next one, which was around connections, and here's the third of the powerful 3 C's. It's around certainty. And certainty is what we ultimately need that reconditions those patterns again and again and again. See, if every time, I said, hey, I'm gonna hold up this $20 bill and I'll trade you for $1, and I keep doing that again and again and again, eventually you say, oh, okay, I give him $1, he's gonna give me 20. And honestly, I could just do it for $2 or $3 or $100. And as long as there is certainty there, the pattern is being conditioned over and over. But think about it. Isn't this what advertisers do to us all the time? They, right, flash Coors Light or Bud Light or Miller Lite or some amazing beer out there, I guess, and flash some attractive guy or woman on the beach. And as soon as they flash that, we think, oh, sex equals Coors Light or Miller Lite or Bud Light, right? Or remember the dog back in the day, the Bud dog with the eye, and we get all this loving feeling about this amazing dog. I love dogs, I love animals. Oh, I get that feeling, oh, drink beer, drink beer, drink beer. I mean, that's what advertisers do. They basically create certainty for us around a feeling associated to their brand or their product. And our role, right, is to recognize that we are running these patterns and 90% of them are just running again and again and again, but really start creating our own certainty. And that might be around getting favorable introductions, that might be around the state of mind that we choose to be in on a regular basis, that might be about forming our team, that might be about earning income, it might be around working out, right? So if every time we worked out, we conditioned ourselves to say, okay, when I worked out, right, how did I feel? What was that like when I worked out? I felt my muscles were alive. I was breathing different. But a lot of times what happens, why we don't keep working out, is because the certainty is not linked enough in that moment, right? Because there's a lag time. Even with the race car driver, when we force or hold that race car's driver head, the car does not regain composure immediately. It takes some time. It takes time to reroute the water. It takes time. It's like the 3 little pigs, right? They build, one out of straw and one out of twigs and one out of brick. The one out of brick takes more time. So certainty, like most things in life, it takes time to build it. Just like investing, right? We don't say, oh, I'm gonna give you $1, I'm gonna give you $100 and I wanna be super wealthy. No, it's compounded over time because of patience, because of planning. Same thing is true with our workouts, same thing is true in building our relationships, same thing is true in our business. Everything we do requires the patterns to be conditioned over time through certainty. So when you're doing something, whether it's getting favorable introductions or going to the gym, learn or figure out, like one thing I love to do when I ride my electric skateboard to the gym, there's a ton of certainty in just riding that board and having a blast just early in the morning, getting out there and doing that. It feels so good. So my certainty is really strong. When I get in there, I have a lot of certainty because I work out with a video-based program, and so it's there. It just rolls me through the program. So it's a place I can just create a lot of certainty to just honestly just kind of calm my brain and let someone else coach me. I love that. Or certainty of maybe having a trainer, or certainty of meeting someone else at the gym through connection, or a connection through a trainer, right? So again, certainty is about building that muscle. When we do our barefoot fire walks, it's always amazing to me because I'll have a group of 100 people, let's say, in the audience, say, okay, how many of you are willing to walk on the hot coals right now? Let's go. And about 3 will say, I'm ready, let's go, right? There's always a few crazy, wild, adventuresome. I know I was one of those that say, let's go for it right away. The other 97% say, you're crazy, you're smoking something, right? What's up with you? And then I say, out of respect, everyone please take off your shoes and your socks as we go out there to follow these 3 wild people as they lead us into this barefoot firewalk at 1800 degrees Fahrenheit. And we walk out there, and the first person walks like, huh, okay, cool. Second person, wow, okay. Third. Now you're seeing the group start to form, and all of a sudden people are lining up to walk on the hot coals after 1, 2, 3 people walk. And it usually just takes that first believer, which is why we wrote that book, Be the First Believer. You can check it out on Amazon. And the reason for that is because it just takes one first believer, right, to create the certainty for others that it's possible. And then that opens the door. And then once you do it and you see another person and another person and another person, the certainty is then created, and voila, anyone can walk on burning hot coals and be perfectly safe doing it if you follow a process or a system to do that, and you'll create certainty. So if you can walk on hot coals with that certainty, what other certainty could you have about favorable introductions or building a team or raising your income up to another level based on having certainty? This is Coach Rich Campy, the Thinking Coach. We'll see you next time.